Welcome to the Axel Show. I am your host, Jay, right?
I'm your co-host, Miss Shay.
And I'm your co-host, Neisha B.
All right, welcome to the show, everyone. I am the founder and the director of the Axel Show, and I have my beautiful co-host. I'm gonna start out with Miss Shay. How you doing today, Miss Shay?
I am fine.
What about you, Miss Nisha B?
I'm doing great today.
All right, so let's get right into the telling all topic for today. And I want to start off with this Donald Trump situation. You know, last month he had to report himself to Fulton County Jail, and it's actually located in Atlanta, Georgia. And it was said that he had to surrender on charges. He sought to overturn the 2020 elections results. And Donald Trump went to Atlanta, Georgia for the whole booking process. He had to go through the whole process, the fingerprint, the mug shot, and he was bailed. He bailed out on a $200,000 bail, and he did not have to pay it. You guys, I do not know who paid for it. I do not know how did he get out, but he did not pay the $200,000. And Trump is facing 13 counts for attempting to illegally overturn the election results in Georgia. So my question to you girls is, how do you all think the prisoners will react to having a president of the United States, a ex-president of the United States in their jail system, like the workers and everybody that's involved in the whole jail system? What about you, Miss Shay? What do you think?
They're not going to think nothing because it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I think that it's going to be a big problem for a recent president to be. It's just not going to happen. I don't think that it is going to happen for me to even think that with the inmates or whoever. It just wasn't gonna happen because he wasn't even in there long enough, book long enough before he got out.
He was for 40 minutes and he got out.
That's exactly. And this man, this is the only person in the world that I know that has 91 felony counts against him to get out of
It was
jail.
released.
And
I mean,
it was released.
I don't think it's gonna do nothing about it. I'm just saying, in my opinion, I don't think they're gonna do anything about it.
Do you think they should do anything about it? Do you think the government should do pressure, put pressure to this whole situation?
You know what? Like I said, Trump is still running for president for the 2024 election. And he's got plenty votes ahead, and he's doing pretty good, but at the same time, I don't think that, I just think it's the media, they got it all trumped up like it's gonna be this and that and this gonna happen. I don't think nothing's gonna happen. I don't think they're gonna do anything. 91 felony counts. 91 felony counts speaks for itself. And 40 people definitely speak for itself. So I don't think they're gonna do anything.
What about you, Nisha B? What did you think about this whole Donald Trump situation?
Well, to be honest with you, wonderful JY, I actually agree with Miss Shay. If they released him under all those type of charges and they felonies, and they let him go within 45 minutes top or so, they not gonna do nothing about it. And then not to mention that they even allow him to run for president again. I mean, you gotta think about it. If they ain't doing nothing now, they ain't gonna do nothing in the past, present, or tense, or whatever you want to call it. Because if he run for president, and let's say he wins, let's say he ahead and he wins, the same problems that he created in the beginning just might be worse problems. I mean, that's just my opinion, because I feel that it's really not fair. I really feel that they should have done something about it, because I mean, you take an ordinary person and they have that many felons, oh, they gonna do their time. They gonna most definitely do the time for what they done. But we're talking about a president, and I agree with Miss Shay that that's like making history. Like, I never seen so many charges of felonies charges in my life. I mean, like, come on, who gets that many charges?
That's history.
I mean, yes, that's easy. Who gets that many charges? That's just like driving 20, 23 and 40 vehicles. I mean, like, who gets out within 45 minutes of 91 felonies? You know? And then we want the same. You got to stop and ask yourself this. We want this same president of 91 charges to become president. I mean, you might want to go out there and commit a crime yourself. And listen, we talking about Donald Trump here. You know, a man that committed crime that should not have been done in the begin with. We talking about a man that ain't paid taxes. You see what I'm saying? A man that was withholding back so much information and so much stuff that he was doing wrong. You know, brought to the nation. Is that a good example for the people?
And
I don't think
everybody have their own opinion how they feel about Donald Trump.
Yeah.
The job, you know, the situation had been with the coronavirus, and a lot of other things that went left, everything. And you want to feel that Trump was like, how do you guys feel when Trump was president versus Joe Biden? Do you feel like he feel like he did you guys think he did a better job with Biden? How do you guys feel about it? Because I didn't hear a lot of people say that Trump did a better job in the past compared to that Joe Biden actually doing now. So how do you feel about that?
I mean, I kind of agree. I'm just going to be honest. I mean, I feel like, being honest, that he kind of did a little more than what Biden did. I'm just going to be honest. I think he did. And to be honest, according to Morning Consult and latest data, Trump actually has 62% of potential Republicans, primary voters, said that Trump has the best chance of beating Biden. Poll shows it. This 2024, the poll showed it.
And you know, Miss Shay, let me add something. They it was reported like back in 2021 that, and you know, they had this whole illegal like election thing going on with Joe Biden and Donald Trump, and Donald reported by Trump that Joe Biden is supposed to be legally won this election with him becoming president. So I'm not for sure, but it was reported by him back in 2020 or 2021, this whole election becoming president situation. So
I just think that honestly, all of this attention and the media has, involved in the situation with Trump and everything, he got all of this going on. I think it just boosted his votes up even more to become the president. I'm just going to be honest.
A lot of people say Biden has been doing a terrible job. He's been doing a terrible job.
I think he could do better. I think he could do it. That's what it is. It's just that.
A lot of things have went up extremely. This includes your mortgage. Mortgage have went up like sky high. Gas rates still so high, and not to mention that he lied about it every day. A lot of things he's currently not doing. And I feel like he's not doing his job. He's not doing his job as being president. He's not doing what he's doing.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Because I went to the gas station and I must ain't been paying attention to the gas price, because once I did, I'm like, what's going on? I remember the gas was less than what it is. And you're right about that, about the gas prices. I don't think that he could do better, and I don't think that he's doing a good enough job. I honestly don't think he is.
How
I
do
really
you?
don't. I agree with you too, Miss Shay. I don't think he doing a good job at the moment either. Because one minute the gas prices are up, and then the next minute the gas prices are down. So it's kind of like a mixture of what's going on in the world today. I don't think any changes really too much been made either. So I do agree with Miss Shay on that part.
And I was scrolling, online looking for houses, and let me tell you, rent now is like 1600. And a couple of years ago, before he became president, it wasn't that high. It's like in the past
Right,
have actually went down. I don't know because of this. Like this might be the case because of the whole COVID-19 situation, and they were paying more because they wanted people to actually work, and a lot of people was like dying and getting sick. But pay rate has went down to $12 and $13, I feel like he doing some of this because a lot of money that was good, and I was trying to get some of that money back. And I might be wrong. This is my personal opinion. That's how I feel about it. I don't feel that he's doing a really good job at the moment as being president.
yeah, food, even the prices of when you go into the grocery store as well, food prices on that's even rising in the nation today in the world. It's rising pretty high. Certain things that you use can buy then, would be less. You can usually go into the grocery store and buy something, the same thing that you normally would get. And then you notice that its prices is more expensive now. Things are more, higher than it usually be. So yes, it's a lot of things changes that's not, like it used to be since he became president as well. So I really don't see no difference in neither one of them. It's just one created so many felony charges, and the other created high gas, food prices, everything. It's
And
always
also
something
the
different.
student
Yes,
loans that he supposedly been got rid of, or a certain amount supposed to been you know been taken off these student loans, and that right there, because me speaking personally, I have student loans that
Right.
I still haven't paid off yet, and I feel like something could have been passed for the students' loans. Some so
yeah,
so much amount should be taken off for these kids to go to school. I don't think that it should be so much back, and they get into debt after the fact that they finish school, just to trying to pay that off. That right there alone is enough for me to say that I don't think he's just been doing a really good job. We, I don't think he has.
right.
He's been in there.
Well, we agree. We want a new president. We don't want
Yeah,
no
because
Trump,
what
and we don't
happened
want
is,
Joe Biden. We
right.
agree
Because
that
what
we need
happened is they get
somebody
these
that's going
presidents
to
in there.
return. Uh,
They what happened is they promise us so much things when they get us in there. When we actually get them in there, when they tell us to vote for them, and then when we get them in there, it don't be as what we think it's gonna be. They've been to get we've been to got our hopes up, praying that we get a better president someday. And next thing you know, this president been to have some type of a problem to where our promises are not met. So we always, as people in the nation and the world, look forward to something better each and every day in our life. But it sometimes it never go the way that we always plan. But that's what it be. It be the tough of luck of life. That meaning that when we vote, we go vote. They tell us to vote. But when we vote for our rights or our president, that president promised us something that we should value, and they promise something they should honor, but they get in their house and they forget about the people that they promised these things to, and then things start to fall apart, and then there go high prices, or they committing crimes behind the scene they not supposed to do. Then here it is, the people struggling, they can't find ways to help the people. Well, they should use money and all that to do things to help the people. Look at the homeless people.
right.
What? Tell me what are they doing about that? It's a lot of things that the president should do, but they don't do what all they say they'll do.
Well,
They,
it's like a political thing. It's of course they're gonna say or do whatever they can to get those votes to get people to,
Yeah,
at least own up to what you actually say that you're
yeah,
gonna do for the people.
right. Because you
That's
can't
my
forget about the people.
you
Right.
know, you have to
So
listen to the people.
and most
Listen
of the
to the people.
time, most of the time, each president that get into the White House, they don't do everything. They don't never do
Yeah,
everything they gonna actually do. When Obama was in there, he didn't do everything. He did enough.
exactly.
He did enough. He didn't do everything. When Donald Trump got into office, he did enough, but he didn't do everything. And Joe Biden, I don't know what's going on. He really I have really don't. I
I
haven't
don't know what he honestly did.
Yeah, it's kind of a
and
caprice on his end.
What is it, Camilla Harris? I don't know what they've been doing, but they really haven't been doing anything. I don't even know if they for the I think it's for the higher class. They are for the rich people. I mean, but I mean, and this is just my own personal opinion because I
Yeah,
see any changes
Yeah,
that have
our opinions, guys. Our opinions. That's it. We
yeah,
don't listen to the
yeah.
opinion of
Everybody's
anyone. I
entitled to
mean,
their
if
opinion.
you are a Trump supporter, hey, that's what you are. If you're a Biden supporter,
Right.
that's what you are. But these are just our thoughts and our opinions. So we're
In
not
our
trying to
opinions, because everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Everybody has a voice, and everybody has a right to speak amongst their opinion about something or a situation. So,
So I have before we leave out and close the show and everything, I have to talk about relationship. We've been big on the Accel show. We've been big on relationship and giving you guys advice and letting you know how we feel about the situation of is being a female. And I just wanted to ask you, ladies, what was the hardest life lesson you learned within a relationship? Like me, Shay, within your relationship, what was one of the hardest life lessons that you had to learn just to get by? Like, what one thing that was so hard for you to learn in a relationship, and you barely got it? One day you just finally got it.
Well, one thing mostly I say trust. Trust, very big, very big on trust. Had to learn it. I mean, it's hard to for me to trust somebody when you have been through a lot in the past. I'm just gonna say yes. I was married before about 10 years, and without honestly, and it's been a lot. I done went through a lot, and I didn't put up with a lot, and it was a big issue when it came to trust and to be able to have a conversation. I mean, you know what they say, the conversation ruled the nation. You know, I'm not sure if I heard of that or not, but and to be able to have a conversation when we have an altercation with each other, and to be able to talk. That's one of my trust, and to be able to talk about it, without each person hollering and yelling and screaming. I learned the hard way. I had to learn to cool off, leave it alone, let it go, walk off or something like that until I'm able to talk about it and put it behind me and let it go. Because I feel like once you talk about the situation and then you resolve it right then and there, don't bring it back up. Leave it alone. Let the past be the past. Let it go. You bring it back up, it's a problem. We got a problem, and that's my biggest thing right there is to just to trust alone, to be able to trust someone. After you done been through a lot in a relationship, with a person and everything, I think that's just one of the biggest things for me is just trust and be able to talk, to one another, in relationship wise, be able to conversate with each other, to be able to work it out, and that was one of my major problems that I had a problem with doing. when the other person want to keep on, somebody got to be the bigger person and walk off. If you can't talk about it right then and there, leave it alone. Come back later when both y'all in a calm, cool, collected, situation, your head clear, and you can be able to, hey, okay, now let's talk about this. And once we talk about it, let's put it behind us. So it's just, both of those to me is the
Trust.
number one.
Okay, what about you, Neisha B? What was the hardest life lesson to learn within your relationship?
Well, Miss Wonderful JY, my hardest life lesson that I had to learn is not to go all in at once. Why I say it like that is because, I taught myself and I learned that in a relationship, that person might not love you like you think, or you might not know that person like you think. It's going all in fast, meaning that I have learned to, know more about the person before, I move forward with the person. Meaning that my heart, being stepped on in so many ways, I have learned, like Miss Shay said, it's still like trust, but it's pieces and pieces of bits of this that leads to trust. I have learned to not to give it my all and they not give me the same in return. So it took me a time, it took me a while to understand it, that it's okay to love and it's okay to love hard, but in a relationship at the same time, get to know the person, check their background, see what you're dealing with before you deal with it. It won't be no surprises to me, so I had to learn it, and then in order for me to learn it, that's when trust became about. One of my hardest thing is, you know, falling down hard, thinking that a person loved me when the whole time it ain't all what I thought it was to be,
Okay,
um, with the trust issues.
issue. Okay,
So that was one of my hardest things.
and one of my hardest life lessons within a relationship, I'm just gonna say forgiveness. I had a hard time throughout the years forgiving someone. When someone hurt you so bad, and you kind of go through the same things over and over, and it makes you hard to forgive. So that was one of the hardest life lessons that I had to learn throughout the years is to forgive. Forgive. Trust, forgive is kind of the hardest thing to do within a relationship. And it's a life lesson to learn. It is a life lesson to learn.
Yeah.
To learn to forgive, you have to learn to trust, especially when you having problems within your relationship.
Right, and it'd be so hard. It'd be so hard to do those three things once you've been through so much in your life. But that's when God step in, and you can be able to trust Him with your life, to be able to make you understand, to be able to forgive, and trust. Because that is a healing.
Yeah. Okay, so you all, this is going to conclude the Ask Tell show for today. All right. And I'm gonna tell you you guys where to find the Axel Show. You can find the Axel Show on Facebook, the Axel Show on Instagram, the Axel Show. Also, check out the Axel Show every Saturday at 6 p.m. on Bumping 96.3. Every Saturday, 6 p.m. Bumping 96.3. Also, you all look for the Excel show on www.atsfmhits.com. atsfmhits.com. All right. And look for your girl, the wonderful JY on Instagram and on Facebook. Follow the Excel show too. All right. What about you, Shay?
Okay, well, you can look for me on Facebook, as Shayna Young, but also be on the lookout for my personal business page, Miss Shay, coming to you real soon. Because I'll honestly, I have to add you as my friend. I got it private, so you I got to add you as my friend, but also look for me on Instagram as well as Miss Shay on Instagram. This where you can find me. Also, just like Miss JY said, look us up on Facebook. Listen to us. She on the podcast on bumping 96.3 on the radio, and also y'all, because we be wanting y'all comments, also on different topics or what we can talk about. Just let us know what y'all want to hear. I mean, we looking, trying to see what y'all want us to discuss and talk about on our next topic.
All right. What about you, Miss Neisha?
You guys, you can also follow Neisha B on Neisha B, the model page on Facebook. That's Neisha B Casting on Facebook. You also can follow me on Neisha Broadcasting on Facebook. You can also follow me on Instagram under Neisha_model. Again, Neisha_model. And you guys, don't forget to hesitate to look us up on the XTL Show on Facebook. XTL Show, and we are here tuning in every Thursday at 7:30. So don't forget to watch the XTL Show with hot, good, juicy topics.
All right. And you all listen to the XTL Show anywhere that you listen to your everyday podcast. If y'all listen to Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to, Amazon, is on there, you all. All right. Till next time, we will see you guys next Thursday at 7:30. You guys have a blessed nice day.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get just by letting them talk, so I'm